What is going on, guys? Gaston right here, and today we have another video and another Canon rumor. And I don't know why I've been covering so many Canon rumors, but you guys are having a lot of fun, and I'm actually having a lot of fun too. So this one is about Canon potentially releasing in 2021 a mirrorless RF APS-C type of camera. So, and in this video, I am going to tell you all the reasons why I think Canon indeed is working on a mirrorless camera with RF mount right after the intro. My name is Gaston, I'm a photographer. I do gear reviews, tutorials, and behind the scenes. So if you like the content that you see in this channel, consider subscribing and hitting that notification button to keep you updated every time a video goes up. Now, the guys on the internet, the rumor people are calling it the EOS R7.
No, not for like another 2 weeks.
Wouldn't know about the name, but let's call it for the length of this video, the EOS R7. Now, when I was thinking about this rumor, I'm like, okay, this is more people taking advantage of the buzz that kind of had this past months, and you know, people are trying to create some drama right here. But when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. And we're gonna actually break down the reasons why I think Canon indeed is working on a new mirrorless camera with RF lineup of lenses. So in order to understand this rumor, we actually simply have to look back at the work that Canon has done in the APS-C arena. Now, just to mention a couple of cameras, Canon actually has released quite a few APS-C cameras. We have the M3, the M5, the M6, the 77D, the 80D, the 60D before that, and now we have the M6 Mark II and the 90D. And again, Canon has shown to be fully invested in the APS-C, and there is a following of users that really enjoy this camera. Now, the only problem that Canon had releasing APS-C cameras was the lenses, and most of the APS-C lenses released by Canon are really bad quality. Now, let me tell you some of the lenses that kind of have released for the APS-C cameras, and those are the 24 f2.8, the 10 to 18mm f4.5, 5.6, terrible lens, really cheap. I actually got the lens with my 60D back in the days, and very plasticky, very cheap, very poor quality. Then you have the 50 f1.8 STM, which is actually one of the decent lenses that I think that Canon released for the APS-C lineup. And then you have the 55 to 250. Never used that lens, but that lens is intended for, you know, wildlife photographer. The aperture on the lens is f4 to 5.6. Again, haven't heard great things about the lens. Moving forward, we have the 18 to 135. Again, f3.5 to 5.6. Then we have the 17 to 55 f2.8. We have the 60 macro f2.8, which actually the lens, I had it for a while and really enjoyed that lens. It was one of the okay lenses. Then the 15 to 85 f3.5 to 5.6. Never used the lens, but I haven't heard good things. So definitely Canon had enough APS-C type of cameras, but not enough quality APS-C lenses. Now imagine Canon releasing an APS-C mirrorless camera with an RF mount. The possibility for Canon to design very unique lenses is very likely. Now imagine a 15 to 55mm f2 or f1.8. So imagine if they have that capability to really bring new optic designs to the APS-C lineup of lenses. That could actually blow everyone out of the water, and I think that Canon is going for the kill with this one. So which are the possible specs that we may find in this camera coming up? Well, the first thing is said that this camera may be released in 2021. The camera may also feature a CMOS sensor, 32.5 megapixel, same sensor being used right now for the M6 Mark II. This can actually be huge, and if we actually learn what's happening with the R5 that is said to have up to 8 stop of image stabilization when paired with lenses. So imagine having 5.5 in-body image stabilization, up to 2.5 image stabilization on the lens, giving you a total 8 stop of image stabilization in such a small form factor with quality lenses. This could be actually very disruptive in bringing Canon up there, once again dethroning Sony, Panasonic, and everyone else that is laying behind. So the other rumor talks about the DGA processor being the processor being used for this camera. That is very likely. Canon is a great processor, and for an APS-C type of camera, that type of processor is going to be more than enough. And the last rumor is that the camera is going to be able to shoot UHD 4K at 30p. The camera is going to be released next year, so definitely nothing APS-C RF for this year. And also, we still have to see what's going to happen with the R6. Now, another thing to consider is the EOS 7D Mark II, a very popular camera among outdoor photographers and wildlife photographers. Now, that camera is still available today, and you can buy it for $1,400 up to $1,800, depending where you buy the camera. So, a pretty expensive camera for being an older camera, APS-C. Now, chances are the Canon may want to replace that camera with a mirrorless version. And I'm thinking that the 1DX Mark III is probably the last mirrorless camera that we're gonna see from Canon. Again, that is my opinion. It's very clear that Canon is fully invested in mirrorless. It's very clear that the RF lineup of lenses is where Canon is at right now, and they have said themselves that they don't have plans to release any more EF lenses unless there is a demand for it, which in my opinion, that means that they are not gonna release any more EF lenses. So this is it for today. What are your comments? What do you think about Canon releasing an APS-C type of camera? Drop your comments down below, and as always, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again in another video. Take care.